So what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Design Coleman here. Gameplay you're watching is me playing some Capture the Flag in Advanced Warfare, and the round went really well. I mean, we were losing, in the beginning, and we managed to get the flag, get the enemy flag twice. I managed to tie it up right near the end, towards the end of the first round. So it was a good time. I normally don't play Capture the Flag, but I figured I'd give it a try, and the supply drop challenge was pretty easy too. So all you had to do is return a flag. So, there was a little, a little incentive there to play Capture the Flag. But I had a good time playing it this time around, and there was something just pretty hilarious that happened towards the end, and it was all me. I normally don't do this, but I think I was kind of tired last night when I was capturing some game footage for today's video, and so I'll get to that towards the end. What I kind of want to talk a little bit about is team deathmatch. That's a game mode that I tend to play a lot sometimes. I do enjoy it. When I don't enjoy it is when it's mostly camping, or it can really drag it down, and that's the one game mode I think most people play. Not many people not many people play the other game modes. Well, I can't really say not many people play the other game modes, because the lobbies are pretty full, so I can't really say that not many play the other game modes. It's just team deathmatch for me sometimes can be just a pain. And when it's a pain, it makes me, it means I'm not having any fun, and I want to have fun when I'm playing, just like everybody else does. I'm not super competitive. I mean, I do like to win. I don't like it when our team loses. I do like to win. Who doesn't like to win, right? Everybody likes to win, but somebody does have to lose, in anything. When it comes to games and sports and whatnot, there's always somebody always has to lose. So when it comes to team deathmatch, and I get in those matches where there's just, when you can literally run practically the whole map and hardly see anybody on the enemy team, it's one of those situations where it's just almost painful to try and find somebody to get a point, and it doesn't always happen, but it does happen, and it does happen on almost a regular basis. There's those maps where it's just camper heaven, because the map is large and it's nice and dark. But so I've really been trying to come up with an idea, some kind of a way, what can be done with team deathmatch. I really don't know. I really don't know of a good solution for it, and being that I went to school to learn how to make games, I really spent a lot of time thinking about this. One of the thoughts I had was, we had Cranked. Cranked was, that was a good game mode. I really liked Cranked because it keeps everybody moving, it keeps everybody engaged. You can't really, I mean, you can hang out for a little bit, until you see somebody to get cranked the first time, but then you really need to be moving. So I started thinking, well, how could we really incorporate Cranked into team deathmatch? I suppose we could, but at the same time, it's one of those things where, when it comes to snipers, those people that like to use sniper rifles, and I mean, in Cranked, there were plenty of people, whenever I played the game mode in Black Ops 2, that would, run sniper rifles, and yeah, I guess they would do just fine. So it's kind of one of those things where can we take something from Cranked and incorporate it into team deathmatch? Can we do something where possibly if somebody's sitting idle for just a little bit too long of a period of time, that you start to lose points. Your team starts to lose a point or something along those lines. It's one of those things where team deathmatch is one of those game modes, and I believe Drifter talked about this too in a video of his, where team deathmatch it needs to be fixed. And I wholeheartedly agree with that statement he made, that it needs to be fixed. And for me, I know there's some people who just stay away from team deathmatch. I got some a couple friends of mine that necessarily really don't like to play team deathmatch all that much. I used to play it a lot. I probably play hardpoint more than I ever have in any Call of Duty. It just so happens that I don't know if this was the one game where it just kind of broke me to the point where, alright, I'm only going to play team deathmatch once in a great while, and I'm not going to focus on it too much. I'm gonna play some of the other game modes, So I tend to play hardpoint a lot more than anything else. So I really kind of been trying to figure out, is there really any way to do something with team deathmatch to where it keeps it more fluid, where everybody keeps moving, everybody's engaged, and it's kind of one of those things where it takes more people, it takes more than just one person to try and come up with a solution, if there even is a solution. And I'm not saying that team deathmatch is completely broken. I'm just saying that there's got to be something that can be done, or some kind of incentive that can be put in place where everybody keeps moving along like they do in hardpoint. I mean, in hardpoint, you got to control the hardpoint. The longer you control the hardpoint, the more points you rack up. So it's really one of those game modes where I like to play it because it keeps everything going. It's moving quick, and in the beginning, I think when games first release, team deathmatch usually does move rather quickly, and things keep moving along. It's just once everybody starts getting, they start getting their weapons, they start ranking up. There's not too many people moving around anymore. You end up running into a lot of people that just kind of find their little camping corner, and that's the way it goes. So it's kind of one of those modes that I think really needs some attention. I'm not quite. I'm still playing around with ideas, but every time I come up with an idea, I find something that it will hurt other players that do different things, like snipers. I mean, you can't really penalize a sniper for sitting there and doing what a sniper does and snipes. So yeah, if anybody's got any ideas, any thoughts, then please share them. It would be awesome. I'd love to get a discussion going. So the funny thing is this part right here in the match, I did not realize that I had taken the flag from the guy that was originally carrying the flag. I didn't realize it until this point right around here. I didn't realize I had the flag, and when I did, I was like, oh, I have the flag. So that's when I turned around, ran, and plopped it in there, and we ended up winning the match. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. Please comment. I'd love to hear your comments. As far as team deathmatch goes. So I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.